You're now listening to Hispanics Causing Panic, baby. Let's do this.
But right now, Hispanics are causing black. But right now, Hispanics are causing black. See how it goes? Hispanics are causing panic.
What's going on? Thanks to those joining me live. Those will be joining me on the archive. Be joined by the one and the only Christine. How's it going, Christine?
It's going great. Oh my gosh, I love that intro. It's new. It's new.
That's
I
right.
like it. Good job. Good job.
Good job. Good job. By the way, we're about to watch something, and I already put it on Instagram, but just play this really quick.
Hey everybody, it's Alexis Proctor. I just want to give a huge shout out to D-Style Boxing and In the Ring with Christine, who have both helped me and supported me through my shoulder recovery, as well as all their supporters. It's been a really long process, but I finally got the all clear to fight again, and will be heading to the States in a week from today. So I'm super excited. I'll be training with Christine in Dallas, Texas, and yeah, can't wait. Thank you guys.
Hey, so she'll be going to Dallas. Shout out to Alexis Proctor.
Yeah, shout out to Alexis.
Got some of
Remember
the
her
payout
name,
from
guys. Remember her name.
got some of the payout from April from the supporters on his channel. So shout out to you guys, and shout out to Christine for you're going to be training her in Dallas, Texas, right? So
Absolutely.
there
Absolutely.
you go. She'll be
And
training side by side with the champ.
absolutely. And I
Right.
have a little training camp. I have some girls coming and a little guy coming from Vegas getting ready for Summerfest, which is another nationals. They're going to come train with me, kind of prepare for that. So I'm excited. Things are really moving.
You know, you hear stories of like when De La Hoya, Mosley, they were like young kids, like teenagers, and they're going to like Chavez's training camp when he was world champion, getting ready for Maldrick Tater or something like that. So like her training with Chicken, like she's gonna remember that like for years to come.
Oh, absolutely she is. Yeah, absolutely. And she's such a humble, talented champ. So, she's definitely appreciative.
100%, 100%. Make sure you guys hit the like button, right? Share this video on all your social media platforms. It's much appreciated.
Yes.
And if you want, you could tag me and Christine, and we do this nice thing. We could retweet it. Like, you know what I mean? It's up
Yeah.
to you,
Oh my
but
gosh. We could definitely so do that.
you know what I mean. But there you go. So fatal failure. I mean, I don't know if Sunday was part of Fatal Fury, but as far as Friday and Saturday, has to be, with some exceptions, has to be one of the worst weekends of fights I've ever seen. And it was due to a lack of effort. And I despise seeing lack of effort in the ring. Let me first leave some people out of this. And one of them is Teofimo Lopez and Barboza. I thought their fight was fine, right? But as I said, it should have been the main event. And if it was the main event, it wouldn't have been that bad, right?
Can we leave another person out as well?
On Friday?
Yeah.
Who? Oh, Raleigh Romero.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like Raleigh.
Great. You look great.
He ain't gonna get a pass if you give him a pass.
Yeah, for sure.
I was just playing, but no, like obviously Romero gets a pass. For sure. He gets a hall pass. Okay, you're good. Barboza, because he didn't win, but he showed effort. And Teo tried to put on a show. I mean, I thought he did. I thought he looked good.
I thought he looked really good.
Teo did his thing.
He did. And I was really concerned about him, honestly. Like, I wasn't sure what Teo was going to show up. And
he was doing the Ali shuffle, and you were concerned about him?
I was concerned before. I mean, we've seen the ups and downs, the highs and lows, and so I was. I didn't know who was going to show up, and he's back. Teo is back. The
Teofimo Lopez is back, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so he's back on the attack. All right, there is some static on your audio. Let's see if it gets better. If not,
okay. Let me
just you could just.
It might be my mic. Let me take it off.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. You know what I mean?
What's going on?
Maybe she's a transformer in real life. You know what I mean? It's getting ready to battle the.
Okay, is that better?
No,
is that better? It's not.
It's the same. Well, let's see. Say something again. Maybe I spoke too soon.
Hold on. Is that better?
It's a little better.
Okay, is that better?
Yes.
Okay.
I think we're good now.
I'm so upset. So I bought this like new mic set.
It's not better.
It's not.
Yes and no, but we're fine. We'll deal with it. Go ahead. It is what it is. We'll have to deal with it. You know what I mean?
Should I log off and log back?
I'll let you know if it gets too bad. But right now, it's not to that point. But go ahead.
Okay. Sorry, guys. I don't know how to do that, Mark Nash.
Just your settings on StreamYard. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's going on? Mark Nash, we're trying to give directions to Christine on technical stuff.
Thank you. I know me. I need a techie to come over here and do it.
Man.
You probably need to click the mic setting.
Well, it was working.
That would be you, right?
No, it's definitely your end, but it's okay. Fatal failure. So, what did you think? Let's just forget about the settings for now.
Okay.
What did you think of just overall a Friday night? Like just overall, for the most part, what feeling did you get?
So, I mean, I think there was such a buildup about this fight. I mean, it's in Times Square. This is something new. Honestly, I was a little concerned about how the boxers were going to deal with it, because they weren't going to have the crowd. They weren't going to have the roar that they're usually used to hearing. So I didn't know if that was going to affect them or not. But I was excited about it. I mean, I was at a tournament. I had two guys that were fighting, and I was like on my iPad watching it. So I was excited until it started. Really.
Did I just lose connection?
No, I hear you.
Okay. I don't know what happened, but I was trying to adjust some stuff on my end, but it's okay. Christine, just do this because this worked the last time. Just jump off and jump back in. It's a streamer thing.
I would do that.
So that should fix it. So it is what it is. Look, Teofimo Lopez, I thought looked good. I like the Ali shuffle. I like the counters. I like the angles. He outclassed Barboza. Barboza's a good fighter. And I will say this, that given how the other fights turned out, I mean, this one was pretty solid, right? It should have been the main event. It was the only fight where there was a reigning world champion versus an interim champion. A rank belt was on the line. The whole thing, to me, it made sense as the main event of the evening. Christine's back.
Okay, how's that?
Perfect.
Yay! Oh my gosh, thank you. So sorry, guys.
That's all right.
I don't know what happened.
We're good.
Okay.
I don't know what it is with it's just the streamer thing, but it's okay. So look, we're just gonna blame StreamYard, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's not me.
Yeah, of course not. But yeah, look. Do you agree that it should have been the main event, Teofimo Barboza?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I thought that was a phenomenal matchup, especially considering the other ones. I thought that Barbosa, he put up a fight. Tio did. I was concerned about Tio. Didn't know how he was gonna do, and he did amazing. I mean, I really feel like this skyrocketed him up for bigger things, and that's what he wants.
Yeah,
I thought it should
absolutely.
have been the main event.
I agree. Mark says, "Fuck to you." You know what I mean? Like it
You
is
know,
what it is.
but look, I get it. And you know, so a lot he said some really stupid, ignorant things. He has. A lot of them have. Like really. I get
Yeah, but a lot of fighters have said dumb shit.
No, they
Right? Like,
have. No, they have. But what I'm saying is, like as far as just his performance, we don't know anything about the
right.
stupidness. You know, he looks really good. We have to
Yeah,
admit he looked really good.
yeah. I mean, it is what it is. Let's get to. I mean, Haney Ramirez was like that. I did not think it was going to be that bad. I just didn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I thought Ramirez at the very least would be pushing the action more. I thought Haney would be countering. But Haney, I mean, he's fighting like someone. You know, I keep hearing these guys deserve to get paid all this money because they take all the risk, but these guys took no risk. Now, not Haney and
No.
Ramirez. They didn't take any risk,
No,
right?
neither one of them
And I
did.
keep hearing, oh, you could die in a boxing ring. While they're fighting like any punch could kill them. But that's how they're fighting.
Yes, I
Right?
agree.
So like I don't. It's if you don't want to get hit, to go find another profession. The way I see it. Like if I order some food, I'm expecting the cook to cook it. If I'm buying a
You know,
house, I'm expecting the construction crew to build it. When I watch a fight, I'm expecting dudes to fight.
no, for sure. I will say, although Ramirez's game plan was not the best, and he's with great trainers, taking nothing from them, anything
Mm.
can happen. I feel like whenever he did get close to Haney and he was able to like let one punch off, Haney would punch him and grab him, you know, and then here comes the ref saving Haney. It was a punch and grab, you know. It was frustrating. I don't know if it got to Ramirez, like, okay, he keeps running circles around me. And when I do get in and I'm able to like let one off, you know, here he comes hugging me, and the ref breaks us up immediately instead of letting them, you know, work on the inside a little bit. Like, see
Mm.
where we're going, work a little bit on the inside. If the hugging goes on too long, then break it up.
Yeah, if your style requires a ref to hook you up, I mean, is it a good style or is
No,
the
no,
you
I
know?
don't agree with the style. I'm just saying that I thought the ref was a little overzealous when they got
Yeah.
too close to each other.
Yeah, the ref should let him work on the inside, and he should have
Absolutely.
started warning Haney for the. It's like, bro, you can't be running around the whole time, and then when they finally get to you, hold, and then
Yeah,
what? We're gonna start all over again? No, like
exactly.
you know what I
That's
mean? Like,
exactly how it was.
but I've been talking about that for years. Like they got to start doing something about the holding.
Yeah, I mean, and that was definitely extreme, and I get it. But you know, then there's other people too that have mentioned they want to do something about the running. It's like, um, uh,
Yeah.
uh, another friend
Yes,
of
they do.
mine said he wanted a commission for to dictate things like that. It's like, how many things? It's up to the refs. They
A
have
ref.
clear instruction. They're the
Yeah.
ones that need to go back to their classes, back to training, so that they can deal with these things. Like, stop running. Let's get some action. You know, hold a
When a
little bit.
guy is constantly holding or running, right?
Hmm.
What they're doing is they're stalling the action,
Absolutely,
right?
they are.
And
There's only
and
one
it's
reason
one
why.
thing. It's one thing if you do it tactically and smart and subtly, and it just disrupts your opponent just enough,
And
but
every
you're still
now and
fighting,
then,
right?
right?
It's another thing when it's extremely noticeable and it's you're doing it more than punching. Is the
Absolutely,
other thing,
agree.
right?
Yes,
And in this case, it was just excessive,
very
right?
excessive. Yes.
And then you know it's excessive because they broke the record for least amount of punches landed.
Yeah, that was crazy. I believe it, but it was just like, wow. You don't want to
Eh,
go down in history for that.
no, you don't. And I
Mm-mm.
mean, like I don't like they need to start. I just getting stricter with the holding, and then as far as the running, and I'll get to another ref that I think he did a good thing, but it was just a little too late. but I'll
Well,
get to him later.
and who's responsible? Who's responsible for that? Whose responsibility is it to do that?
The commissions.
It's the refs.
They're the ones that
Yeah.
employ the refs.
Yeah, exactly. They need to have a sit down, and maybe they have. I don't know. But then ultimately, I think that the refs should be reprimanded if they are not controlling the action that's going on that doesn't have anything to do with punches.
Yeah, but the problem with the commissions is that what they're supposed to be there for, just like the sanctioning body, they don't really do it. Right? You know, it's like they're supposed to be there to enforce the rules. But when Tank Davis decides I want to take a timeout and take a knee and walk away from the ref and give him the back and get my face wiped and ignore the ref the whole time, the rules all of a sudden get ignored.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, yeah.
So when a certain fighters hold, any fighter, right, they're just starting to hold, and refs don't say anything. But in other fights, they'll start saying something. When Ryan Garcia is giving his back to his opponents, and his opponents are getting warned for hitting him on in the kidney when he's the one that gave his back, right? Then there's a problem, right? So but that's a whole nother.
Yeah.
Discussion.
I agree. I agree with that.
You know, and the judges. Who could score it however they want, and they don't need to get interviewed after the fight. But
well, and I'm thinking, how do you even score that? How do you even score a fight like that?
Well, you still got. I guess you could still use a scoring criteria.
You have to, but how? How do you do it? How do you
guess you go by like clean, effective punching, and who's the ring general. Who's even if you don't like what the fuck they're doing, I guess you could argue. Well, Haney's kind of doing what he wants to do.
Did you see any clean shots? Did you personally see?
Not really, no. But
so what I'm saying is, how do you do that? It's like you have to really just like I don't know, change the criteria.
Yeah, all I know is that I seen light sparring sessions that have more action than that.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
I'm sure I could go to the Texas Select Boxing Club and see more action.
Come on.
With some like two 15-year-olds, and we saw like an F8.
Absolutely.
Like, I mean, I'm just saying. And so Theo said he only blames Haney. Well, Ramirez, we should give him some blame too.
I mean, I think that he did what he felt like he could. I think he probably got frustrated. I'm not saying he did great. He didn't give us a good performance. Not what we've seen in the past. But also I think he's not the same fighter as he's been in the past. I was kind of worried about him in this fight. But I definitely blame Haney more. I really do.
Yeah. Yeah, especially because you're the favorite. It's supposed to be your show. And,
exactly.
And it is what it is.
The comeback. So. The comeback before the rematch.
Yeah. Do you think Haney's scarred here?
I do think he's scarred. I really do.
Because that confidence he had, like when he fought Prograis, the confidence he had when he fought Loma, like it's gone. I didn't see this fight.
It is gone. And I mean, I even talked about it. It's like they were talking about changing coaches and Shane Mosley Sr. was teaching him how to punch, hard and all this other stuff. Well, I mean, mentally, was he fixed? Did they go through something? Because that stays with you. When you get pummeled like that over and over again, that stays with you. And then you're a little gun shy. And that's exactly what we saw, a gun shy Haney.
100%. And it just is what it is. So Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero. Like, it's like he got knocked. By the way, that shot he caught him with, they were showing like their old sparring footage.
Yeah, same
thing. It was the same exact thing. He's got the same bad habits. He's never fixed them. Right? And I don't know what the hell, like Derek James got, like, I don't know what he's teaching Ryan Garcia, but it is what it is, right? It's like he gets knocked down, and he just fought scary the rest of the fight.
Absolutely. I think he too is one that needs to get checked out, mental health. I really do. The thing about somebody like Ryan is you're on top of the world, okay, until you have a loss, right? So why would you fix anything? And he's had what, one other loss, so why would you fix things? And then I don't know if this is true. This is alleged that he's not the easiest person to train, that he's a little spoiled, allegedly. So you have to have a willing participant, like our third bout that I'm sure we're going to talk about. But I'm just saying, you can bring any trainer around, but unless the fighter is ready to make some changes, then what are you going to do?
Look, all I know is that when he got knocked down by gold medalist Luke Campbell, right?
Mhm.
He was in trouble. That was a different Ryan Garcia,
Mhm.
right? He
Mhm.
got back
Mhm.
up. He started throwing with
Mhm.
intentions. He
Yes.
adjusted, right? He was listening to Reynoso in the corner.
Yeah.
Reynoso found a way to fire him up. He won by a body shot.
Yeah.
He just, it's like he just looked broken after the knockdown.
Well, okay, think about this, right? So even the video, all the promotion to this card was all about the rematch with Ryan and Haney. They were looking past the people in front of them. Everybody was. They were looking past the people in front of them. That's number one. Number two, so Ryan is with Derek James. Then he goes back to Reynoso. And then they said they can't train him because the Canelo. And then so he goes back to Derek James. So there's a lot of back and forth and a lot of uncertainty. And he just didn't have it together. It's a lot of stuff going on.
Let me tell you something. The only reason he beat Haney is because Haney can't punch. I think he felt confident, like he could take Haney's punches, right? And he got some confidence because he hit Haney and knocked him down. But once, like, it's this guy, as soon as he hits somebody with a hook and they don't go down, it's like he doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, because that's his, good night, Irene. That's his key,
and then the guy doesn't go down.
Yeah. It's not good. It's not good. You have to switch things up. Obviously, as we saw, people are doing their homework. They're watching film. They know how to neutralize that hook, as we saw.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, that was Pitbull Cruz would have fucked up Ryan Garcia.
Oh, yeah.
He would have ducked under that hook and he would have caught him with counters with right hand, just like Tank did.
Yeah.
And he does not have an answer for it.
He doesn't. He's very one-dimensional. He has one thing, one tool in his tool bag. That's it. One. And I don't know what he's gonna do. I don't know what he's gonna do.
Why can't he tuck his chin?
I mean, that's a good question.
What's going on here? Like he's been.
I'm sure he's been told over and over again. I mean, there have been other boxers, even recently, where the coaches have come out and allegedly said, this person is on top of the world. They're very spoiled. Why would they change anything? And until they get a major loss, they don't change anything. They're like, I've been winning. Everything I've been doing has been working. So why would I change?
That's why, and we're going to go to Saturday because, first of all, really quick, Efe Jaba versus Bakolier. I actually enjoyed that fight.
I love that fight. I love that fight. But I want to shout out Rolly real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Before we go there, just really quick. And Solace Boxing Gym, because they had the perfect plan. The perfect plan. Yeah. He looked better than I've ever seen him. He looked like a totally different person. So shout out to Rolly.
By the way, Salas, big shout out to him because
absolutely.
I don't know why he's never in consideration for trainer of the year and stuff like that because
I don't either. He has had so many world champs.
Not only that, so many upsets.
Unexpected absolutely.
Wins
so absolutely.
And it's always good game plans. There is no doubt he studied the shit out of Ryan.
Yep, sure did.
Probably saw that footage and he still does that shit.
Exactly.
Because it looked like when Raleigh said, I thought Raleigh was just being Raleigh, just talking like it sounded weird. Like I know you more than you know yourself.
Oh yeah,
that. And I'm like, oh, you in love with me?
Back in retrospect,
Ryan. He kind of knew what you were gonna do before he did it.
It was beautiful. I loved it.
You know what I mean? He does know you.
Yes, you know what I mean? I thought it was great. Yeah, well, so as far as the heavyweights, Ajagba and Bakoli, what did you think?
I told you Ajagba was gonna buy. I told you he was gonna move because there ain't no way he's gonna stand there with fucking Bakoli, and he never does that. Like F is used to like being a guy, the puncher coming forward, but as soon I don't know. As soon as he landed his best shot and Bacoli didn't go anywhere, I knew he was gonna get like but I do want to say this. He boxed in a way that wasn't completely negative, like Haney. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
Right. No, you're right.
like Skull.
Even
Like
though
he
his
boxed
feet
in a
were
way that
moving.
still made it a good fight.
Yeah, his feet were moving, but he was still punching. He was still exchanging. Absolutely. And that's okay. You shouldn't just stand there and take shots. It's
But it
good to
looked
step.
like a BB gun versus a shotgun at times, though.
It did. But did you agree with the decision? Did you think that it was a draw?
You know what? I was watching it with a friend, and I think you could have argued round 2, round 4, and the last 3 for Bacoli for sure. So yeah, a draw is definitely possible.
Yeah.
It's
I
not
mean,
that crazy.
I wasn't mad at a draw. I really thought Bacoli pulled it out, but like by 1 round. So yeah, I mean,
Oh,
I
you thought
wasn't mad at a
Bacoli pulled
draw.
it off? I mean,
I'm
I
sorry.
thought a Jabba won by a point,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I was the other way, but I'm not mad at this.
Yeah, but Bacoli though, maybe lose like 10 more pounds, maybe.
Well, it's so funny you say that because I just saw an interview with his coach, and they're saying that they are now hiring on a nutritionist. So
Yeah, because it did
that's great.
feel like he was closing in and about like if it was a 12-round fight, he would have stopped.
Right, exactly. And I think it's very necessary in this day and time, S&C coaches, nutritionists, on hand if you can afford them. If not, find someone local. But I'm totally with that.
Well, what do you think of a Jabba trying to rope a dope and it just wasn't working?
Yeah, it wasn't working. I think those ropes were too tight.
I was calling the dope on the rope. Just get the fuck out. What are you doing, bro?
Yeah, I was like, it's not going to work.
But it is what it is. So, Jaime Munguia, are you happy?
I am so happy.
We had this exciting fighter, he had us on our
Yes.
feet, and now he's boxing responsibly and taking no
Yes.
risk against a dude with 5 knockouts.
Yeah, I mean, when he first, got knocked out, it was just like, what the hell happened? He just
let me ask you this though. But let me ask you this: how much of it do you attribute it to Reynoso, right? And how much you attribute it to it like it didn't really matter who the coach was; he had to be real with himself. Like he just got knocked out.
I think that it does matter who the coach is if you have a willing boxer participant that is willing to do what that coach says and they trust that coach, because you have to have the two. You have to have the two, and you have to have that relationship. And I do think Reynoso did a huge turnaround with Munguia. You saw everything, and he felt confident in his corner with his coach, and that's why he looked so confident and he performed so well, and he changed some things. We're not used to seeing Munguia with the high, tight guard. We're not. I've criticized for years his hands are so low, his defense is horrible, and I hated it because I like the guy. But we saw a different Munguia.
Yeah. Look, Bruno didn't really know what to do. Bruno was just kind of waiting, and he was just kind of waiting for Munguia to go back to his old habits.
Yeah, he was. Yes, he was.
And Reynoso, the whole time, Reynoso's just like discouraging Munguia from like doing more. He's just like, no, we're doing fine.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
You don't need to not. What do you need
Don't get too excited. Yeah. Because usually whenever a boxer does get tired, gassed, whatever, they do revert back to their old habits. So I can see why Reynoso would say that. So that, even though they've worked on things and he's looking really good, in a pickle, he might revert back. So it's all strategy.
So we'll skip over the Bottle Jack fight was okay, but we'll skip over it because we got about 10 minutes. No offense to Bottle Jack, but so Skull or School, as people are saying, it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I was like, is it School? Is it Skull? Like,
I'm gonna call him Skull. But
yeah, I'm gonna call him Skull.
So like, I mean, he's basically doing the same shit Haney was doing. To we're honest.
Yeah.
Right. He's running around the ring. He's getting hit with body shots, and then he's like laughing after he gets hit. Like it's like, well, I don't know what you're laughing about, but okay.
Saying Canelo didn't hit hard.
This fight broke the record for the least amount of punches ever thrown in a combat box fight. We're breaking the wrong records, folks. Like, this is not the
Wrong
records.
records in the same weekend, and this is what you're going to tell your grandkids.
And to me, it's this. Two things. One, the ref, he did finally tell them, "Hey, you guys got to start throwing punches."
Yes, that was
But
a
it
good
was like
ref.
it was like in the 10th round, though.
Yeah,
Like,
it
you know what I mean?
was.
Like, and
Yeah.
I found it funny when he went to Canelo's corner. Hey, I need you to fight. And Canelo was like, "Tell him to stop running." Like just, it was such a hothead. It's hilarious. But so anyway, I don't know. I don't want to see Skull on my TV ever again. Ever. I never want to see him ever again.
Yeah.
Opportunity of a lifetime. Even when Bivol comes out, he's like, that dude was running too much. I mean, come on. When Plant comes out, he's like, I don't know, man. That dude wasn't trying to win.
Yeah.
I just think that's problem. That's just my opinion. But just two criticisms to Canelo. One, I get it. I get that the guy was running, and I get it's annoying to fight a fighter like that, but you shouldn't show it.
Not at all.
Don't show it.
Not at all.
Just stay on seek and destroy and keep going after the guy.
Exactly.
Once you start like showing your frustration and like people are gonna read into that and they're gonna ask questions. Is the movement bothering him? Like they're gonna start asking questions, and
they are
questions.
Can he cut the ring off? Does he not like someone that moves? He wants someone to stand in front of him.
Those talking points start. Now I do think he was cutting off the ring, especially in the first half, and that's how he was setting up the body shots and he was landing them. He was mirroring where the guy's moving. He was catching with the body shot. But in the second half of the fight, I think once he kind of knew, like, look, I'm not going to lose this fight. And he just decided to just like show his frustration and he just stopped trying almost.
Yeah.
And his
almost
output
like just giving out, like putting his hands up. Yeah.
Like Canelo, you only threw 170 punches on the bro in the whole fight. Like that's it. Like, and you saw two of the judges, like, what if they would have given it to Skull? Like he let that become a possibility by getting frustrated the way he did. And even after the fight, I don't like fighting like that. Like these guys, they don't want to fight. Like it's I don't know. It's
the thing is, he was the mandatory. We knew Canelo was going to beat him. I mean, if you've watched his fights before, you knew Canelo was going to have his way with him. So also Reynoso knows what this guy's going to do. So I'm not saying he did or did not, and I'm not criticizing him. But what I'm saying is you have to adjust your fighter for the guy that you're going to face. So if you know this guy is going to be running at times and he can't take the heat, then you need to start
the
working
Cuban
on
school of boxing, sis.
To slow his ass down.
No, we're running low on time. So all I want to say about this fight really quick is it sucked. Like, there's no way to put it. And another thing, I get it was a mandatory and all that, but look, you are Canelo. You don't need the IBF belt. It's my opinion.
Right. No, yeah, for sure.
And if you don't want to, like, they did have a point. Okay, well, there is a guy that does throw punches that does come at you. You could have fought in David Benavidez. Like, it's not like there's not somebody out there, right?
Absolutely.
So when you say, well, what is David Benavidez? What does he bring to the table? Well, how about a style you said you like to fight? Right. How about that, right? So I just wanted to throw that out there.
And how about shutting people up? Because at this point in your career, you can do that. You can say, you know what? I don't care about any belts. I don't care about this. I care about shutting people up, and I'm not running from anybody.
And look, we'll have plenty of time to talk about Crawford Canelo, but I want to get to because obviously that got set up. There's going to be plenty of time to touch on that. Inoue, for whatever reason, Christine, he gets knocked down, and it happens.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's one thing if something happens to a fighter in the ring, but how they react to that situation tells me everything. He made adjustments, he stayed composed, and he dominated the rest of the fight.
Yes.
I think that says a lot about him.
He's an adjuster.
But he needs to do something about the
same mistake that he made. So now he's made it twice. And Cardenas corner.
You gotta don't let that happen again, type of thing. But
no, and Joel Ortiz, he is one of the coaches too that upsets opponents, and he gave him the perfect game plan. He really did. And for those that were talking about Cardenas has been around. He's been around since the amateurs in the pros. He has 26 fights. I believe he only had like 2 losses. And he was tough. He's bigger. And they said they liked his style. They gave him the opportunity, and he took the opportunity. Unlike some of these guys that are already up there, didn't take the opportunity to showcase their skill and make their money. Cardenas took the opportunity, and he got in there to win.
I liked how Inoue, because he was throwing punches and bunches, right? And then he would back up, and that's when Cardenas was catching him.
Yeah.
And then he knocked him down. So then what he started to do, he started to pull.
Yes.
Wait for Cardenas to throw, and then he would counter Cardenas.
Yes, it was beautiful.
And it was just, I love the way he fights. By the way, and he just, I was like at the edge of my seat, wondering that punch gonna land again, like that.
Same.
And like there was just this feeling in the air, like what if he catches him again? And in a way, like just like the opposite of a Ryan Garcia, he was like, okay, well, I'm gonna take it to you, but I'm gonna make the adjustments, and there you go. And that's the difference between two fighters like that. So
and for the folks that were saying, Inoue has a glass chin, come on, he got shot, he got hit right on the button. He
got back up. I mean,
the same mistake. He got back up.
And by the way, the way he got back up, right?
Yeah.
He's only been knocked down twice, and he got up like a guy that knows how to get up from a knockdown. I mean, he took his time. He got back up. He looked at the ref. He didn't walk away from the ref, and then he went back to what he was doing. But he did look annoyed, and I'm sure he is annoyed.
Yeah. And people saying, who has Inoue fought? I mean, Neri, he's fought Nonito Donaire twice. That's what I can remember off the top of my head. He's fighting these champions or former champions. I mean, come on.
So really quick, the super chat, and we're going to have one more question, and we got to get going. Canelo will always look bad against movers because he only throws one punch at a time, no combos thrown in the ring. While at this point of his career, it does appear like that has been his thing. The last time I saw Canelo fight very well against movers was against Plant and against Billy Joe Saunders, but that was in 2021. So that's been a while. So, really quick thoughts you're seeing. It looks like the Pacquiao coming back to face Barrios is not a rumor. I think that old man is to stay retired, but that's my.
Listen, I'm like, why? I mean, I understand like these boxers never want to hang up the gloves, okay? But at some point they have to. I don't understand why. And it's really a lose-lose situation to me. If Barrios beats him, well, who's going to give him credit? He's older. He hasn't fought in how many freaking years? And then if Manny, beats Barrios, well, Barrios, dang, people are going to start thinking he's washed. It's like, I don't know. It's a lose-lose situation. Do I care to see it? No. Will I watch it? Yeah, because I'm a boxing head, but I don't care for it. And I love Manny. He's one of my top favorite boxers.
Look, they're obviously using him for his name.
Yeah.
They obviously need big events, so they're using the Manny Pacquiao name, which is the only reason he's getting a title shot. I mean, it's not like he's earned it at this point.
I know.
Now, one may argue, well, he's Pacquiao, he's a legend. Legends always earn it. Like, okay, whatever. But, I just
is
think
Barrios trying to avoid others? Like a Brian Norman?
Like, let's keep it real. If any of these dudes are offered Pacquiao, they take that fight. Any one of them. Brian Norman Jr. could say whatever he wants. They offer Manny Pacquiao, he's taking that fight. My thing is, I mean, he's old.
He is old.
Ya está viejo, retired,
yeah,
bro.
Siéntate ya.
I think he's like a great grandfather already. Like, I mean, just retired, bro. Probably no. I don't know if his kids have kids, but his kids have kids. But anyway, with that said, guys, we got to get rolling. And that'll be that. All right.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, D-Style.
All right. Peace.
Peace.
You're now listening to Hispanics Causing Panic, baby.
Panic.
right now, Hispanics are causing black. But right now, Hispanics are causing black. Yeah, Hispanics are causing black.